What is up, guys? The second one of the year. Basically, yeah, I'm here with another person. If you can, well, the last one. Sorry about the video not quite working out the kinks. But anyways, here with Brendan. Last name's Dempsey, right?
Dempsey, yes,
Dempsey.
Brendan Dempsey.
All right. So he is. Well, he can tell him about. I'll have him talk about himself. But what kind of instruments is your thing, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Well, yeah. So, I'm a drummer. I primarily play drums, and various percussive instruments. I strum a little guitar. I don't really consider myself a guitar player. I have a guitar. I sometimes play it, but you definitely invested a lot more time into playing the drums. But yeah, primarily drums.
So go along with that. We could usually do it at the top or at the bottom of it. We'll probably just self-promote continuously.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you can see what's going on. So side note, I actually have a new table. So sorry about the last one. I should take a picture of the old one.
This is a new table.
Yeah, it was unsafe. We basically used, I'm pointing over in that direction. It's an American flag blanket.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very precarious.
Yeah.
Put drinks on and whatnot.
Sure.
But, yeah, going on with that. Just checking my volumes over here on my end. I'm actually kind of quiet. I'm going to turn up.
Are you a little quiet? Yeah. There we go.
Just a smidgen. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Anyways, so basically, kind of back to back, almost percussionist, because Peyton was on last time, and she diddles the drums.
She does.
For project wise, is there anyone you want to kind of put out that you like doing, or don't like doing that you just want to promote because it makes the monies?
Any specific projects I'm working on?
Yeah, anything for yours or anything like that?
So, I play in my main group. We're called Apes. We do some original content, and we do a lot of covers in the area. So, that's like the main thing. We're playing a show at Duffy's in Valparaiso Friday, February 7th. So come on out to that. I am with my roommate. We're trying to piece together a jazz trio, or like a quartet almost, called the Electric Soul Machine. So if anyone knows of a saxophonist that is interested in such a project.
So.
Do you play the saxophone?
Yeah, I have got my sax. I've been wanting to get it together.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't played jazz in, I like how I raised my hand. Like
yeah.
I haven't played jazz in, or I'll say traditional music-wise in a hot minute.
Yeah.
But I that'd be interesting.
Yeah, well, we don't really like read or anything. We don't have like charts. But we do like some standards. Like some Wayne Shorter, Miles Davis, some Chick Corea, stuff like that. And then we also like are working on some tunes. We probably got like 8 tunes written right now. So
are they all in C, so it's really easy to
yeah for the
super easy to follow that way.
Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah, good old stuff, man.
Yeah.
But all the links and whatnot, if do you have like a Facebook invite or anything like that, or anything along those lines, I'll make sure to put that on the little intro thing.
Yeah, drop a link below.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure to I was pointing a lot in the last one, and I have no video. So look
point.
here, and here, and then everyone's like, "Well, you're not going to be able to see it." Yeah, my bad. But anyways,
awesome.
So did you always want to do drumming?
Well, so that started out, actually, so it's interesting, timing-wise. So when I was about 8 or 9 years old, my dad is a huge Rush fan. Rest in peace, Neil Peart.
We have a moment of silence.
Yep, a moment of silence for Neil.
Sorry. There's a car in the background. Yeah, I just have that in the background. But yeah, no.
So, yeah, my dad's a huge Rush fan. He introduced me to him when I was pretty young. I was probably like 8 or 9. And it was like the first musical love I had. I was just completely obsessed with them. Listened to all their records, and was just like obsessed with the drums. And then I went to my parents, and I was like, listen, like I kind of want to get a drum set now. And that's how it all started, pretty much. Got a drum set, played every day, practiced all the time, constantly just learning the dopest tunes of my favorite bands. And it just blossomed into so many things,
So that's always a good thing too, if you have like that beginning of like, hey, I want to do this for a specific band or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
My epiphany. Well, I just wanted to play guitar, but I was playing like really shitty music. Like your new metal stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Korn.
And then sorry, Korn, but going into that. But then literally then just when I discovered Randy Rhoads. So
right.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Once I discovered that, I was like, oh, this is what good guitar playing kind of feels like.
Oh yeah, no, Randy absolutely was one of like the premier 80s shredders in my opinion.
I love Randy Rhoads.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best. Yeah.
Some people were like, well, I'm like, hey, 80s Ozzy died in a plane crash, like many of the great musicians.
He's amazing.
But
he absolutely rips.
Yeah, no. But going along with that, it's always nice when it stems back. Yeah, I don't remember if I touched on it before, but I started out with like piano.
Yeah.
And then all kinds of weird instruments, and finally kind of focused on what
my
instrument wise. But but yeah, basically in lieu of like a traditional kind of like interview thing, because usually I don't hit too much on this. But no, the main thing is there, when you hit music wise, is there a specific taste that you like to hit to? And granted, everyone's got their specific, like most people know, metal. I'm really into that.
Right.
But there's always like, I'm into funk, everything like that.
Yeah.
When you do music wise, do you have a specific? Do you like to go into a specific, hey, I'm a jazz musician, I'm going to play jazz, or do you just kind of go out in blue? People are like, what the hell, you play that?
Yeah, so, I mean, my personal, I guess, favorite thing to kind of drum to, I guess, would, just be like kind of just like, I guess just rock drumming is kind of like my forte. But, there's so many things that go into it. So, primarily, I guess that's where I am. But I've delved into so many different kinds of genres as well. Jazz wasn't something I picked up until, I was maybe like 20 or 21. So my roots are certainly in just kind of just rock and roll, man, But, when I'm playing music, there's so many different kinds of styles that I can take from to put into, my musical melting pot. Like I do like a lot of funk stuff as well. Like I can, jam out to some funk tunes and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, I would say at my core, there's metal musicians, there are rock musicians, there are jazz musicians, musical performers and things like that. I would say rock is kind of my thing.
Which is good. I mean, well, in that there's not a bad.
Yeah, right.
I always go towards rock.
Yeah.
And like, my love for Meshuggah and just complex rhythms, which now we always go into rhythm. Like I always give a heads up, like this is going to be music nerdery sometimes.
Yeah.
We go into that. Yeah, no, basically my love of polyrhythms and same thing with like funk and whatnot. When we talk about just the music in general, which kind of I always try to like hit to see everyone's kind of opinion on like music industry, quote unquote. And granted, we're not no experts. We are not any experts.
We ain't no experts, man.
But no, the main thing is like some of the stuff that comes out, we're like, this is kind of shit, in our opinion wise.
Yeah.
But like lacks doesn't even have to be, I would say, not necessarily musically sound, but interesting. In lieu of better terms, something that's like takes a little bit of talent to do.
Yeah.
But not where it's like, not hating on like them, but like Periphery or like the Pliny or like your solo artist.
Yeah.
Which they're like super technical.
Yeah.
For the sake of being technical.
Well, that's an interesting thing because that's something that I delved into a lot. Is like technical music and stuff like that. And technicality for the sake of technicality is super cool. It's super interesting. But sometimes you just want to listen to and you just want to play something that sounds good, not necessarily something you can brag about. I got this part in 15/18, dude, 15/8. It's like, it's insane. It's like, yeah, it's cool and all, but how's it sound?
Yeah,
like what is it cool?
Like, can you count it straight? Can I just do 3 sections of 3/4?
Yeah, right. Like there's so many.
Like, if you want to do math, if it was 15/18, it would be 3 sections of 6/8. Technically, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yes, yeah.
But no, exactly that. And like, there's time. Even when I write, I don't necessarily write to a specific time signature.
Right.
Which Sam will attest to when I kind of like, we try to figure out any sort of timing. Or when we work anything like on studio side, I like to do everything with click track. Not because it needs to be necessarily in time, but if we need to cue something in and out, it's way easier to go
it's
on
way
a
easier
set.
to do a punch, you know, when
Yeah.
you have a solid click there and you know exactly, you know, where the beat lies and where the bit is, where the part is, you know. Makes it a lot easier. I did a prog metal record when I was like 16, and it had the most.
It had no downbeat. You're like, no.
It had, yeah, dude. It just had the most absurd click tracks on it. It was like, you know, we were a bunch of nerds just playing music, writing music that we couldn't even play, you know. And like, you know, the click tracks were just like all these like obscure odd tempo changes and all these weird time signature changes, and some of the stuff like we couldn't even figure out how to make a click track to. So, you know,
I've done that a bunch of times where we just all right, I had to put a click track. I mean, you know, I'm big on click tracks.
Yeah.
And I can't tell what click track to use.
Yeah.
So my go-to, which I've talked to you before, and I've been talking about another one of our coworkers, Nick. I've been doing everything in 2/4.
Yeah.
So literally everything I've done works with 2/4, even
Yeah.
if it gets really, really odd. 2/4, for those of you that don't know, is basically 4/4, but half the beat, so you get 2 clicks.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know if that's just lazy. There's probably, I always say like comment too if you think that's lazy for producing, but I don't feel like putting in 10 different click changes or the tempo changes. Not tempo changes, the meter changes.
It just creates a weird vibe too, like when you're trying to play to it, like it just feels all jumpy and weird, you know. If it, you know, I like just kind of more that straightforward downbeat. Just feels nice, and the 2/4 actually is like really comfortable. Oftentimes, even when I'm playing something in 4, I'll play to a click in 2, just because it's nice to have that consistent like upbeat, you know.
And like usually even too, when I'm teaching people student wise, I'm like subdivision.
Yeah.
Just a 1/2 is the easiest subdivision,
Yeah.
so you don't have to really worry about anything else.
Yeah.
And kind of going on to, I don't know, even technical writing. I don't know how some of those dudes like Dream Theater. Prime example.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the main example of sometimes writing for the sake of we can write because. And then
100%.
I don't know, like there has to be. Do they jam? Like I would assume they do. They're so high level they jam, but I feel like everything's a calculated jam.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Like I'd imagine they go to a jam and they're like, okay, this jam's going to be 36 bars, and we're all going to feel exactly when it's supposed to end, right after 36 bars.
But this 36 bars is actually going to be a measure of like 9,000.
Yeah.
Like, so how long is this going to be?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, yeah, Dream Theater is another band that I got super into, especially in high school. And
Sorry about that. That was let me turn my phone off.
Oh. No phones during the podcast, please.
So
No phones.
I broke my own dang rule. I'm terrible. Anyways, sorry.
Any hoozle.
Yeah, no, literally Dream Theater was my
Yeah.
next step after like Ozzy.
Yeah,
and
right.
stuff.
That was
It was
a lot of people's like step in the right direction.
The first, I would say, technical song I learned to play at least up until like what would be called the solo section, even though it's one giant solo section, was Erotomania. Was my first introduction of like 9/8 as a guitar
badass.
player.
Yeah.
Because then like did traditional band stuff, so I was doing that. And like marching band and whatnot. But yeah, literally getting that, and then watching videos when Portnoy was still in the band.
Oh yeah, Portnoy Dream Theater is so good.
The one you've probably seen it, or anyone else has actually seen it. Which, if I could find it, I'd love to put the link in the description here. But where he basically counts out one of the intros. It's like 2 1 1 3 4 9 1 1 3 4 9. I'm like, dude.
Yep.
You have to count that. I was like, that's got to be Petrucci's doing. It's
right.
Not.
And like learning things like that, it's just number crunching, right?
Yeah.
It's just crunching the numbers. Like there's a video of Portnoy counting out the Dance of Eternity.
Maybe that's the one I
think
about.
that's the one you're thinking of, and like it's insane. It's insane. Like you have to do, you have to have like a degree in algebra to just play that song, man. Like it's absolutely nuts. And then so yeah, you can't think of it like that. You can think of it like you can think of it like that, or you can just kind of feel it. If you can feel it, that's cool too. But yeah, the calculations that go into learning a Dream Theater song, it's insane.
I'd rather be probably keyboard player.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, even then, Jordan is amazing keyboard player.
Yeah.
He's like, didn't they do like a ranking of like top pianist or whatever like that.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's there.
He's second to Yanni, I think.
Yeah.
Yanni I didn't know he was still doing things. Like,
Yeah.
Yanni? It's like, yeah, Yanni's
Yeah, he's still
phenomenal.
around. He's still around. He's
You know
killer.
Kenny G's still around?
Yeah, he's awesome.
I forgot who was talking about. I
Yeah.
think it was Payton. And
Yeah.
they were talking about Kenny G. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be at, was it Coachella or something like that? Or some weird. I was like, what?
I can see that.
Kenny
yeah.
G? And I was like, wow. Still playing the soprano sax? Yep.
Yeah, the grandfather of smooth jazz, man.
Hey, doesn't he hold the record for the longest held note? Because he does that weird.
That weird, like, breathing technique.
Yeah, I tried to learn how to do that. It
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, as a woodwind player, like band nerd, whatever. I can make money because I learned all this.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
no. With that, there's just different levels of musicianship, and then levels that I'm not going to go to. Like when people are like, "Well, I don't have the time," you probably do.
Yeah.
But to get like to Petrucci level, or I don't know,
Yeah.
I can't. For me, Ingvade maybe, but I still think Petrucci is more of the.
Yeah, he's the god. Yeah, he's number one.
There's just does everything. Not only does he know the theory, he knows the timing.
Yeah.
And that'd be great if like Ingvade commented on this. He's like, "You're bullshit." But I was like, "Sorry." I think he's fast and like that.
Yeah.
But
He sounds the same all the time, right?
He's like, there's no in between. It's shred
yeah.
or shred. You're like Dorian, Phrygian,
Yeah.
Ionian. Dorian, Phrygian.
Shred the harmonic minor all day. It's cool. Yeah, whatever. I love Ingve,
No, I love his stuff.
I love Ingve, but it just sounds so repetitive. Where another one I think should be in the conversation is Mr. Steve Vai, the virtuoso himself.
Now Steve Vai, I really love. You're like Joe Sech. I'm like, don't bring him in here.
Yeah,
like not hitting a Sech.
I mean,
but
Steve Vai took the guitar to another level. Like he was, I don't know, it's insane. Like
he just did things that didn't exist. He's like, hey, I'm gonna run like 10 pedals.
Yeah,
and then here we go.
Yep,
and that was about it. I mean,
he did. He came out with a book recently. I think it's called Videology. I think that's what it's called. And I was looking through it, and he goes out there with the theory, man. Out there. Like there's this one bit about just rhythms, just rhythms. Like he's not even talking about melody. It's literally just rhythms, and it was just stuff that I couldn't even possibly comprehend. I'm reading it and I can't understand it. I don't know what he's talking about.
Being.
Yeah.
Petrucci's not a human being.
Yeah.
I was like, Portnoy's not a human being.
Aliens, dude.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens.
You're gonna put him into like the Elon Musk and the Facebook guy, and all that stuff.
Right.
No, even that. Like, and then I started, which weird. Like, my next appreciation, obviously after guitar, was actually straight drums.
Yeah.
And it was just the weird. And I can't name a drummer unless it's like I really looked into it to the life of me, which kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can name the bands in it. My main thing I always go back to is Meshuggah, because like it's just a giant workout.
Absolutely.
And,
for the mind and the body.
Yeah, and then he says he doesn't like technical drummers. So I'm confused. I was like, dude,
I don't know. It's like that music is just so technical to a point that it almost just sounds like digitized. It sounds like a computer wrote the song. It's insane.
Do you ever dabble in that much double bass? I know I haven't really seen you play.
Yeah.
I plan on one of these days see if I can make it out to the Duffy's thing.
Yeah. I haven't had a double bass drum pedal on my kit probably like 10 years. It's probably been like 10 years since I've used a double kick drum pedal. I wasn't any good at it. I wanted to be good at it. I tried to practice it a bunch. Never got good at it. So I just gave it up. Left foot on the hi-hat felt more comfortable anyways. So.
Yeah, my hi-hat work is, you'll hear me complain all the time.
Yeah.
Open hat, closed hat shit. Oh my God, I'm awful at. But you put double bass under me, makes more sense. I don't know why. Maybe it's just rhythmically in my head. And then even, which why I've talked about with you, straight time stuff. I hate playing straight time stuff. Like your standard rock, like your 2 and 4 snare, and then your 1 and 3 on just like that. But I'm like, dude, to get. I was going like a weird funk feel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all
over the place,
oops, my bad, wrong genre.
Yep. Sorry, dudes, I made this one funky.
Which I haven't forgotten, Eddie. if you end up watching this, but basically he wanted to do a funk jam, so I was kind of looking like, well, you know what? Let's rock out with some Brendan, give him funk stuff on that, and I still want to do a random power metal band.
Oh yeah,
just cause.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Stupid. I don't even have to play an instrument. I'll just sing.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Kind of like Camelot or something. You know?
Oh God, like Camelot. Or what's it? Symphony X is in between them.
Yeah, they're
like kind of that.
Yeah.
Camelot's definitely symphonic.
Oh yeah, no, they're insane.
What's some guilty?
Badass.
Well, speaking, a lot of people don't like power metal, but I was like, hey, I like some power metal. What's like a guilty? What you would say people would either A, not expect you to like, that may not know or do know you, or B, like you're surprised that people, or you would be down with it, kind of thing.
Guilty pleasure. A lot of my coworkers know. A lot of people might know this. I am a huge Sheryl Crow fan. I love Sheryl Crow. She rocks. She's absolutely awesome.
Good old straight beat.
Yeah. Great tones. The guitar tones on her first record are so good. The tunes are just great. Like they're just like these great, like kind of pop rock songs. Fit her vibe perfectly. She was awesome. Yeah, I love Sheryl Crow.
I just remember that beach one where she's on a guitar with the beach.
Yep.
I mean, not a guitar. On a beach with a guitar.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's all I really...
Yeah. I love Sheryl Crow.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's great. She's great. You know, I don't know what other... I'm actually a fan of a couple Smash Mouth tunes. For real.
It's weird because like everyone makes fun of Smash Mouth and whatnot. Now
they're easy to make fun of, no doubt about it. But the organ on Walking on the Sun, yeah, we'll be walking on that one. Uh-huh. That organ is badass, dude. It's got that like '60s dirty organ. It's got that like kind of like the zombies. It's cool.
The main thing to say about that with anyone, regardless if you hate Smash Mouth, by us just saying it and you know who it is, and I guarantee you can probably name more songs than some of the bands you actually know off of Smash Mouth, which is weird.
Yeah.
But no, which same thing with coworker ones. Jamiroquai.
Oh,
I am a huge Jamiroquai fan. I don't care what it is.
I like them.
We had the power go out. I was just rocking Jamiroquai that whole time for a couple hours. And Maroon 5. Everyone early Maroon 5.
Early Maroon 5. No, not the new like dance pop stuff. But like 2005 Maroon 5, 2006.
A good band.
Great band.
They can all play.
They're super talented musicians, you know? Yeah, Maroon 5. I agree. I'm there with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other weird ones. And then I've got like my standards like metal where it's like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, Real Big Fish. People think I hate them.
Oh, yeah.
There's some about them. I don't. They're easy to hate on.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of ska personally.
I am not.
Yeah.
But when Real Big Fish comes, I'm like, oh, dude, it's Real Big Fish. Turn up.
It just makes it happy. Makes it think of summer or something, you know?
And yeah, I don't know if I could go see them in concert.
I don't think I can go to a Real Big Fish show.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle that crowd.
I would assume, not hating on Real Big Fish crowd, but it would smell odd.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's a smelly crowd.
Not even like pot or like that. I think it's just a weird crowd. Kind of like some of those like deep metal crowds in a hot room.
Yeah.
Which anyone that's done metal shows back in the, like when I was more just randomly doing shows, I'd say younger days, but
that's a smelly room.
You're in a tiny room that's supposed to have 100 people and you cram 300 people in it.
A bunch of teenagers just running around pushing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when pits, even we had to talk about this too. Back when pits used to be, have some order.
Yeah.
Instead of that hardcore, kick your feet, hurt people.
Right.
I don't get why it's gotten better, which I've heard I haven't gotten enough into the pits anymore because I need my hands and face and everything else to do stuff.
I don't think I've ever been in a mosh pit.
I don't know if it's, I would suggest it. Well, I don't know because back when I was moshing, it was respectful. You got knocked down, put up. There was no elbows and punching.
A respectful mosh pit.
Yeah.
That's
seems like chaos, but it's not.
Okay, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're beating the shit out of each other, but you're being cool about it.
Yeah, and like, if you're hurt, like, oh, he's hurt, let's get him out. Like now, they're just trying to hurt each other. I feel
so. The modern mosh pit are people actually trying to hurt each other.
Yeah, I've seen people. Yeah. I've seen someone. One of the shows, I was just chilling, and it was a regular. This dude just comes across, and I just literally. He throws like a elbow punch.
Yeah.
And like to this, like, I don't know if she was expecting it. Maybe this 150-pound female.
Yeah.
And she does like your typical like hunt where she hits it and it goes, her body goes that way. I was like, dude, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And she didn't look very happy.
No,
but,
I mean, if you're unsuspectingly thrown into a mosh pit, I wouldn't be too happy either.
Speaking of show-wise stuff, so when
Yeah.
you actually do, like any shows-wise, what is like being that I did mostly metal,
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing pits and
Yeah.
people kind of going nuts. Like, on your average, what do you see, especially if you do bigger shows? Do you see anything interesting, like crowd surfing or anything like that? Like, what's some of the...
No, I mean...
A lot of standing and clapping?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Most of the crowds I play to are just like kind of, having some drinks, smoking some cigarettes, enjoying the tunes. Nothing really too crazy. I mean, sometimes, you see someone get like real drunk or something like that and like, get up on stage and think it's karaoke night or something like that. That's not too fun.
You gotta do the polite push.
Yeah, just singing our songs. There was a time I was playing a show and this guy, he seemed pretty inebriated at the time. And he said, "I'll give you guys $100 if you play War Pigs by Black Sabbath." And we didn't like know it. We all kind of knew it ourselves. We never like practiced it or learned it as a band. But we figured it out. We played it, and he gave us $100.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah,
I
it was
think
awesome.
Anyone that does any sort of like open mics or anything like that, and self-plug here, speaking of open mics, the 21st, I'll be hosting one at Game Time 3. Look in the link there if you want to. We don't have a kit. We want to actually eventually get like electric kit.
You can even do like the Cajon kit.
Yeah, or something like that. I call them Cajuns.
Yeah.
So, or a djembe. How about a djembe kit?
Yeah,
just one of those.
I've definitely used a djembe at an open mic before. It's fun.
But I think it's. I'm on hate now because they're gonna be like, oh, what is it? It's this weekend, Saturday, the 21st. Isn't that this Saturday?
Is it already the 21st?
It's dude. Yeah, today's.
Oh my god.
Today's the. What is today?
The 20th. The 20. Today's the 21st.
Okay, maybe it's not 21st.
Today's
I
the
thought
21st.
It's gonna be. Let me look at my phone here so we don't look ridiculous. The 25th. So it's this weekend. What we're trying to do is every last Saturday of the month, kind of host that out there. It's over in Hammond, but I'll put the address and whatnot in the link. Hopefully, I can get. I don't know if we're able to get this up. It might be too late. Yeah. So. But I'll get yours up before your show. Though,
yeah,
so
I mean that's a couple weeks out. So.
But anyways, kind of going back on that. Yeah, even like I purposely would learn songs. So when you get that heckler.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest one was Freebird. I learned Freebird in its entirety.
Yeah.
Which grants like 7 chords, repetitive.
Yeah.
But
it's an easy tune to play, but
and then when they want you to stop, sorry, we're already 7 minutes in. You have 3 more minutes.
You asked for this, sir. Yeah. You asked for this.
We had a 20-minute set. So
well, we just started yelling at people like whenever you hear the Freebird. It happens every show I've ever played. I've played hundreds of shows. I'm pretty sure, without a doubt, every single show I've played, someone yelled Freebird. It's an old joke. It's played out. No one likes it. Stop saying Freebird at shows, please.
Yeah, I don't think any musician was like, okay, I've been purposely learning terrible songs.
Yeah.
In place of Freebird to make you listen.
Yep. Play like Tiny Tim or something.
Oh yeah. I am a fan of Sinatra though, but I don't know a lot of his stuff though.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, a little side note there, talking about drummer-wise, every time I see Sammy Davis Jr. drum, I'm like, I bet you that's how you drum.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only way I can...
Yeah.
If you've never seen Sammy Davis Jr. drum, look
Super
it up
good.
on the YouTubes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He actually, and he treats his band like shit. It's awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, you guys, you need to play better, kind of thing. Which is great, because in the time, it's a white band, and then you have a black front guy.
Yeah.
And he's yelling at you during his timer. You're like, suck it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes.
Buddy Rich was another one of those cats that was just horrible person to be in a band with. Like he would just verbally abuse his entire band all the time.
Oh, what was another? James Brown.
Yeah.
Basically, when I watched the movie.
He's crazy.
But, dude, he demanded excellence.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I loved how he knew when you were off.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He would just stop and point you out.
Yeah. I mean, demanding excellence I think that's an important thing, as a band leader, like don't accept anything other than the best.
And that's what
when you're in a live performance, it's essential. You have to.
And that's that is you. So like it's all good. Yeah, it's James Brown? It's him.
Yeah.
But without his backup, it's hot garbage.
Yeah.
If it's not
I mean,
anything
Bootsy
good.
Collins on the bass, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, just killing. And even that, play where the beat's not. That's the quote from the movie and everything I had. When he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, he is the father of that funk feel.
Yeah, right.
Like that next level, that dot, 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 everything on the and or the backbeat.
Yeah.
That's on beat, off beat, on beat, off beat, which is killer.
Right.
Like get on up, you get the hit, and then you're like, where's the next beat? Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
So, that's one of my favorite things about funk and whatnot.
Yeah, little Curtis Mayfield. He needs to be in the conversation. You know, that dude was just like the flyest cat, man. That
just
dude was
killing it.
super cool.
I'm trying to think of other. I need to know more of my funk fathers.
Isaac Hayes.
Oh yeah, dude, how can I forget about Isaac Hayes? And we've got South Park. So we've got Chefs, so that's always a good one too.
I actually just picked up an Isaac Hayes record a couple weeks ago called Chocolate Chip. I'd never heard of it before, and it's just the cover is just him like holding a chocolate chip cookie, just looking like super sexy. And he's just like, So I was like, damn.
I had a talk before with a former drummer. Remember Kenny?
Yeah.
It was a while ago, but we talked about who's better. Who's a better, I guess, like your sexy Isaac Hayes or Barry White. And we were like, oh man, because they both have the deepness.
Yeah.
But Barry White, I feel like
he's got that
supported the
richness.
deep.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as all over the place.
Right.
Well, Isaac Hayes kind of gave you a little more flavor.
Yeah, I'd say Isaac Hayes has a little bit more flavor. Barry White definitely has like a one-dimensional kind of sound, right?
But it's Barry White.
Yeah.
So it's like,
He does the Barry White thing, and he does that.
Like I would feel like Barry White is like the take you out to a nice Italian dinner or steak and we'll say prime rib and shrimp.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's always prime rib and shrimp. So you know
Every
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes is like, hey, you want to do Japanese today?
Yep.
And it's like one of those, but it's still fancy.
Yeah, right. Some sort of amazing culinary concoction every other day, you know.
Speaking of culinary concoction, though,
yeah,
we are both fans of barbecue.
We are.
Looking at different places to go. You went to Bombers, right?
I've never been to Bombers.
You haven't?
Everyone talks about it. I need to go there.
I've asked around. I've heard mostly good. Everyone says good.
Yeah.
And I want to go there and have like one naysayer. It's like, it's okay. But people that have told me it's good are the ones that I trust in their meat choices.
Like Luke was talking about that just the other day, man. He was like, dude, you got to go to Bombers.
Luke, Jeremy, a couple other people, which they eventually, hopefully, it's going to be great when Luke's on here. It'll be an interesting podcast.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a good one.
I would like to do, if there's any ideas or anyone that if you would like to be on the podcast and you're in the area, get a hold of me. Just message me direct. But yeah, I'm planning on doing hopefully like kind of like a group forum, so like a round table.
Yeah.
Kind of get one of those. So just different walks of life. And then hopefully, powers that be, we're going to have a live grilling one.
That'd be cool.
I'm hoping to have a bunch of people on that. And
smoking
kind of go
some
with
meats.
that. Yeah, just basically talking music and talking crap.
Chatting, smoking meat. Sounds like a good day.
It's a good time. They feel
That's a summertime thing.
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, now I could do it now. It'd be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'd have to have a really hot grill.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I feel like that's the food and musicianship, which has been a huge thing on Tight Talk, was basically kind of going, it all goes hand in hand. Guaranteed if you're doing like road stuff or like that, you're either asking around to see where's a good food place to go. Right. Or trying to find something. And then hopefully what you get doesn't give you diarrhea before the show. Right. And have you good old poo humor, but have you ever had any of those issues before a show? Because I'll be right out there. I've had it where I was like, oh no, right before I had to go on.
I don't think I ever have.
Good. You planned ahead.
Yeah. No, I've never had that. One time I did drink an energy drink right before the set, and that was a bad idea. Because like
that was recently,
my hands
right? You
were
were used
shaking.
to.
Yeah, it was a Bang. I had a Bang energy, and I had never had a Bang before, and I did not enjoy my Bang experience.
What made you just was it just like, hey, this should work? Were you tired or?
Yeah, I'd only gotten like a couple hours a night sleep, a couple hours sleep the night before. Then I worked all night, and then I had to hightail it to Hammond to play a super late set. It was like 10 to 2 or something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna try one of these Bangs. I think that's exactly
John
the sauce I need.
So we should be okay. He doesn't act all weird.
I had like half of it. I had half of this thing, and I'm like, freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I feel terrible. Like my hands are shaking. My heart is just going like, yo, dude, you shouldn't have had that bang. And I go play this set, and like all the tempos are way fast.
I was saying you play way faster.
Yeah, like I'm playing like a chill Beatles tune, like way upbeat, and yeah, didn't. No energy drinks before shows anymore. No more.
Like I'm one of those ones like I have to find my perfect balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were like when I was doing a lot of metal, like we were as soon as we got there, probably first band to start drinking. But it was like a consistent. It wasn't like, oh, let's get hammered and play, because I guarantee it, anyone that's of age, that's played a show, that we've all learned that tipping point of we shouldn't have done that before we went on. Yeah.
I have definitely done that. I was playing this one show, and it was like 3 bands, and we were the last band to go on, and we didn't know that until we showed up.
She had nothing else better to do.
And so like we showed up at like 6:00, and it turns out like we weren't, we thought the show started at like 9 or something. Maybe we showed up at like 7, and the show was like 9 to 1 or something like that. And the bar was like, yeah, free drinks all night for the bands. We're like, all right, cool. Turns out we didn't start until midnight, so we were literally just sitting around pounding beers for like 4 hours, and then I went up to go play a set, and oh my God, that was the worst set I've ever played. Very fun, but I did not play very well at all. I don't play drunk anymore. I can't do it.
No, there's that fine line. I get that exact level, and once I feel, I try to maintain it. Yeah, because like now, it sounds like a typical musician. I was like, I don't mind playing sober, but I want a little bit, just a little.
I'll have a couple beers. and then go on. And well, like with drums, for me personally, like there's so much just like dexterity that's involved in it, and once you have like four drinks or so, like you lose it. Like for me personally, I cannot stay on time. I cannot play the drums once I've had too much to drink. So yeah, no more drinking and playing shows.
Yeah, I'll get dumb hands. Like I know what I need to play, and then, which is crazy, like the show that we did do that, we knew the bartender. Mm-hmm. We were playing. We were like second to last. Yeah. But kind of going on, they just kind of catch up to you, and you're like, you gotta go. You're going in half hour. Oh crap. Oh geez. You're like, oh geez. And usually I will do like an energy drink before I go on. Usually because I sleep better now, thank God. Thanks to the wonders of CBD, which is fantastic.
I've never taken CBD.
It's just once it kind of everything became legal, it's like, let's just do it. Yeah. Being that like with the lifting and whatnot, it just helps with like muscle inflammation for me.
Yeah. But I've heard that.
I've done the melatonin, but I feel like it just stops working after a while for me.
I was on melatonin for a bit because I had to like reverse my sleep schedule. Like I think I was going to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning, like every night. It was ridiculous. So I was like, I'm going to try to like straighten this out. So I started taking like the strongest melatonin you can buy. I took it every night for like a month. And then like when I didn't have it, I couldn't sleep. It was super weird. It was super uncomfortable. Your body doesn't produce
melatonin anymore.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, it literally, when I was on it, the first time I got a normal one, I was like, okay, I need a little higher dose. So I went to like a normal vitamin shop or whatever. I'm like, what do you have that's actually really good? Yeah. And then like, well, you could take this, but since you're bigger, take one of these. Yeah. Like, it wasn't the fact that like I woke up or anything like that, but when I woke up and had to go to the bathroom, it was a chore. Everything felt heavy. I was like, ugh.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Well, it's kind of like taking NyQuil, like when you take NyQuil when you're sick, like it's just like you're just so unnaturally zonked out. And, like, you just, like, waking up after taking NyQuil is the worst. And it gives you weird dreams. Melatonin was on that. It gave me, like, the weirdest dreams.
Yeah, I didn't dream. When I had melatonin, I was out. Yeah. Like, and sometimes, like, well, you were dreaming. Like, well, it wasn't enough to me, like, hey, I was dreaming. Yeah. But once I kind of switched to, like, those days I just feel not tired. Yeah. Even, like, today, I was doing some gaming. Totally, I need to put clocks up. I don't have clocks up in my room. So when I go through it, I looked. I was like, shit, it's 4:30. Yeah. But I took some of that. I got up at like 10:30, like on the dot. But I felt rested. Yeah. So I was like, the main thing, whatever it is, it just kind of helped out. I was like, okay, that was a good blend.
Yeah. Cool.
So when it comes to like, let's say like music stints and whatnot, if you do, what's like the most you've done back-to-back show-wise, including travel? Because like when I did one, we had like almost 2 months straight of, granted, we ain't no huge touring band, so basically it was go to the show, be out till like 2, 3 in the morning, come back, go to sleep, leave again at 10 in the morning.
Yep.
Repeat, leave again at 10 in the morning. And on top of it, since the people are there, you're not. Usually, I try not to turn down drinks or anything like that with people. So, like, if they're being super friendly, like, what's the longest stint you kind of did, and how did you kind of survive through that? Because there's a lot of touring bands do the same stuff, and they have different things they tried not to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never really done like a tour or anything like that. But back in the day, I was in a band called Dramatic Visions, and
sounds very prog.
We were a prog band. Yeah, we were a prog metal band.
Good at picking out bands by their name.
Yeah, the high school prog metal band I was in. Started that band when I was 14 or 15. So I was in that band for a while. Yeah, probably like 6 years or so. But yeah, at a time we were like pretty busy. We'd be playing like Six Flags, and then we'd play like the next day like at a place in Chicago or something like that. And
so Six Flags actually allowed.
Yeah, they
music?
allowed a prog metal band to play.
Weird. They're like, hey, we don't have anyone for the slot. We don't have enough Beetlejuice.
Yep.
We need a band.
Yep. Yeah, we probably played there like 4 times. They were super fun shows.
Did you like free park entry or like free churros or something?
Yeah. 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 The best one we played, we were set up right by the Raging Bull. If you've ever been to Six Flags.
I love the Raging
Bull.
Bull.
Oh, that's their best
lines.
coaster. Yeah. I actually haven't ridden a roller coaster in years. I couldn't tell you last time I did. Probably like forever ago. Anyways, off topic. Now we're talking about riding roller coasters.
Dude, that's why I love about this.
Yeah.
It is just segues. If I feel something, I'm like, ooh, that's a good topic.
Yeah.
We just keep going.
Yeah, we were set up right by the Raging Bull, and like the way they had us do it, I mean, we were just kids. You know, I think I was like 16. We'd play like 6 half-hour sets in the day.
So like cover songs or like?
No, we just did our original music. I still don't know why they let us do it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Did they listen to you guys at least?
Yeah, we were getting like huge crowds.
Oh, they just showed up and they're like, yeah, play, and you're just doing Real Big Fish covers?
Yeah. Well, like, you know, it's people at an amusement park. They don't want to spend a lot of their time like watching a band. Like, you know, you're trying to, you know, walk around the whole park and ride all the rides and stuff. So like people would come in and like catch like, you know, 10 or 20 minutes and then peace out. But like we had some people that stayed for like an hour, and it was like ridiculous. I'm like, dude, you spent all this money to come into Six Flags and you're watching.
Dude, this is the only time I get to see a festival. Okay.
Yeah.
So were you in the air conditioned area, or were you like?
No, we were outdoors.
And see, that's even better. Yeah. Because when I go to theme parks, prime example, Disney, no one goes to the Hall of Presidents.
No.
But everyone goes for one reason. It's cold. And it's dark.
Yep.
So when you get that Florida weather, I'm like, we're going Hall of Presidents. Nap. They're not going to kick you out.
Yep. I do love Robot Lincoln's speech, though.
I just like those. It's creepy, dude. Some of them were like, and then when they had him start moving across the stage.
That is, watching a robot walk and talk, it's uncomfortable.
Turn and point to you, like, is he looking at me?
Yeah. Why is Lincoln pointing at me when he's talking about the Emancipation Proclamation?
Like,
come on,
hey,
man.
You're like, good old Disney.
You creeped me out, man. Yeah.
I feel like that'd be, if you were partook in a lot of stuff, that would be a weird place to go.
Yeah.
So make sure this didn't shut off. I've had that happen before mid podcast.
It just kills. It just.
Yeah, no, it's just asleep.
Yeah.
But just making sure.
Yeah, right.
I'll get super efficient at this again. I just don't trust anything anymore. I will be having a desktop in here again, or soon, like I was talking with you.
Right.
So this will be super streamlined.
Yeah.
And then
it'd be badass.
The more and more I can get stuff in, the better this place will be. Maybe I'll actually have.
Yeah. No, you got a solid rig in here, though, man.
I'm super happy with the way I kind of set up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you have a studio set up at home? Or?
I don't. I wish I did.
Yeah. Being that where you work, you should. I feel like everyone that works where we work should have some sort of a studio.
I've just spent all of my money on drum stuff.
Drum stuff and jerky. I love jerky.
No, yeah. I mean, every time I try to buy something else, I just end up getting drums. That's the way it goes.
So do you prefer, now it's a good question with that, modern equipment, or are you still tried and true about the traditional, whatever, like say mahogany?
Yeah, all of my equipment is vintage except for one ride cymbal. Other than that, all of my kits, all of my snares, all of my hardware, all vintage. Oh, I do have a DW 5000 pedal that I use sometimes.
I knew what that
use a
was
Speed
when you
King.
said it. I was like, I know drumstick.
Yeah,
I was like,
yep.
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I love old Ludwig stuff, man. Like the kit I use more than anything is it's a 65 Ludwig Super Classic. So it's a 3-ply mahogany, poplar mahogany shell, and it just sounds so warm and beefy. And like I think back then in the 60s they really had drums figured out. They had it all figured out. And there's something else about an old instrument too, like it just seems like it's been around, and it's had more experiences than I've had. But luckily this kit still has a little bit left to give for me to play with it. Super cool.
I feel like drums definitely have a little more, as long as you take care of them. I think there's longevity.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard too because I do like the classical amp kind of, or not classical amp, like a standard tube.
Yeah.
But which I swear every podcast I'm gonna mention it. Being that I switched to Kemper,
Yeah.
I have no reason, and I was like,
Yep.
man, I can't justify buying tube amp anymore. There's a rhyme and reason,
Yeah.
but if I'm gonna put on a recording, you're not gonna tell the difference. And some people, yes, I can. They had had Chapman and whatever Anderton or whatever their podcast. They couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
Like they could, but they were like, oh, this is really hard.
I've never A and B'd like tube amps and modeling, because modeling has come so far, man.
Oh yeah,
like they're really doing some crazy stuff with it now.
Going from your original like fractal like Axe effects,
Yeah.
which people were like, we're still good. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Compared to, hey, if you have something better, prove me wrong. I've been using Kemper. My next, if I were to go to the next one, it would be Line 6 Helix. It does a fantastic, and
Super
considering it's Line 6, not hating on the brand.
Who
but-
would have thought?
Yeah, and I was like, this is really
So good.
Yeah,
So good.
So
I think I haven't played on a lot of modeling stuff. Most of my guitar playing has been through tube amps, but I think there's a certain feel that you get from a tube amp.
I'm gonna have to show when we're done. Before you leave, I'll show you this. And you're gonna be so confused.
Yeah.
Everyone that I've had.
Do you get a
to play
feel
in
from it too?
Oh yes.
You get the tube feel.
Yeah, and
That's
I'll show you
interesting.
basically the when you push tube.
Yeah.
So I'll turn the distortion, I'll turn your guitar down.
Yeah.
It acts just like a tube amp.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
and people are like, what the hell? I was like, I don't know. The Germans, man. Germans can figure out anything and make it super efficient.
Yeah.
For no reason at all.
100%.
And like was it I'd say the Japanese and the Germans when it comes to music stuff.
Yeah.
And the Swedes.
Yep.
Dark Glass, huge fan of it. I think is that Swedish?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Dark Glass, the 900, 700. Basically the bass. I don't know if you got to mess with one of those yet or anything like that.
I haven't. No.
I've been trying to look at for drum stuff, which I can't. There's no way. I have no room in here right now. And because usually I've got a couple of different things set up.
Yeah.
But usually, it was like a maple mahogany. It sounded like the drum. I mean, it was mic'd, obviously.
Yeah.
But it sounded like the drum was mic'd when they were hitting it, just with like an acoustic. I was like, how the hell?
Yep.
But
What brand was the kit?
I wish I remember.
Yeah. It was a Japanese one though.
I don't know if it was who made it. It could have been American. It was just kind of going along with the technology.
Yeah.
They just found a way to make it sound really, really good. And then if you like on the sound engineering side, start double miking that, because I've got an internal mic that I use when I do drums.
Yeah.
I want to get if you haven't messed with it, have you seen basically the floating platform for the inside of your kick drum?
No.
So instead of having like your mic on the outside on the floor, your mic laying on like a pillar like that, literally it's got a spring set up. So it's floating in the middle of your kit.
Cool.
So when you're hitting that, you can hear your attack.
Yeah. And the resonance.
Oh man, it blew my mind. I was like, what the hell is this wizardry? And
yeah, right.
It's some crazy stuff. Even like the some of the drum mics where they've before watching like the 80s stuff, they were like these long SM57s kind of looking things.
Yep.
Were they on SM57s? They probably were.
They may have been SM57.
And they have just those huge freaking things on all their drums, and then they're doing a show. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, 80s were a weird time for a lot of things.
Dude, amp technology, guitar technology, and clothing.
Yeah, clothing, cars.
Okay, some of the cars that late 70s, early 80s. Ugh.
Gross. Late 70s, early 80s Ferraris are disgusting.
I think a lot of cars. Doesn't really matter. They're just like that King Cobra for Mustang. That is an ugly freaking Mustang.
Yeah, they were doing weird stuff.
I just don't. Maybe they just didn't know what was going on, or they were like post 70s, so everyone was just trashed.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Yeah, this looks good. It doesn't need to be aerodynamic. It makes noises."
Yeah. No, yeah, they were weird. They were doing like all these like boxy styles and stuff. They were weird cars looking at that time.
So, being that you do drive an Italian car,
I do. Yeah.
Would you always stick with Italian, or would you, if they're like, "Hey, here's well, granted, it'd be worth more, but let's just say you had like a vintage Fiat."
Yeah.
So like an old 595.
Yeah.
Or
Never read.
He drives a Fiat, by the way.
Yeah.
So if you didn't catch that, versus a, I don't know. Let's just say like it could be a Charger, Challenger, Camaro. Your pick a muscle car.
Yeah, I'm not really into big muscle cars, to be honest with you. It's not my vibe. It's not my style. I can appreciate them from afar, from a distance, but I don't think I would want to own like a big boat that's got like a bunch of horsepower. Probably fun. Fun.
I love the sound of them because you're just like shaking in it. So.
But I'm more into compact European cars. That's kind of my vibe. That's what I'm into. I actually like German cars quite a bit.
Here you go. That's why I go back and forth with my buddy. What's your German manufacturer? BMW, Audi, or Mercedes? I mean, you could choose a couple, but what is your if you had to go BMW, Mercedes, or Audi?
Probably BMW. I think they got the coolest style. Mercedes, just have this vibe to where like it's an amazing piece of machinery, but it just seems like you aren't allowed to drive it unless you're wearing a suit.
What I mean? I lean Mercedes because I love the AMGs, the C63s.
Oh, well, yeah, they're super good.
Mainly because there's too much horsepower and they can't put it down.
Yeah.
BMW, they have the horsepower and they can put it down.
Yeah.
But that's why I love. They're so chaotic.
Yeah.
And like that's why. And then Audi, I just find pretentious. I'm not a huge. Yeah. I feel like that's the one I like. Granted, I think they make great cars.
Yeah. If I were to own a German car, I would probably want like a BMW M3. I think that's what I would want.
I like the M3s. If I could go any BMW, I would like to get like one of the actual M8s. The like long, this is bigger.
Yeah.
But was it their 4-door version of like is a 2-door version of a 4-door version?
Yeah. You know what would be cool is the old M1. Remember that thing?
Original stuff. It almost looked. It was kind of like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, it was weird. That'd be an interesting car. I've never seen one in person.
I'm a big I like Japanese cars.
Yeah.
So not even driving the Subaru, just like basically some of the Japanese stuff, and they're
probably the most reliable cars.
And the 90s, they like dominated in making just good cars.
Yeah.
Like you could, especially performance wise, like the who's who. Like you got your not a GTO, you've got like your Supras, your like RXs, and basically a lot of your classics are Japanese.
Skyline GT.
Oh yeah, any of the Skylines.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of that, and then everyone else started catching back up again.
Right.
Because like there wasn't anything wrong with like the M3s from like the 90s.
Yeah, they're kind of cool looking. I think they're kind of cool.
I know nothing about the Mercedes during the 90s. I think they were making boxy stuff.
Yeah.
They're more luxury.
Just luxury sedans, business suits.
Diesels.
Yeah, a bunch of diesels.
Or you usually see them on like a news thing by some sort of terrorist organization.
Yeah.
But they chose a reliable vehicle. That's why they were able to commit their terrorist time.
Right.
But you're just like, oh, it's a Mercedes or a Toyota. Oh, things that don't break down. I'm surprised when they see like on the news, you'll see them driving like an old diesel.
Yeah, they have like all over like the Middle East and Africa, like everyone drives these like 90s Mercedes.
Yeah, and
they all flocked over there somehow. It's insane.
But no,
those are cool cars though. They're cool.
Well, like one of her coworkers, she showed the car that it's hers, but it's like sitting. It's a long wheelbase Mercedes. It's like a Mercedes something. Oh no, was it Mercedes or BMW? No, it's Mercedes.
Yeah.
And look at it, I'm like, that's a car that you get driven around in because it's giant.
Yeah, like some sort of like dictator's car, you know.
Which I would love to have one of those, by the way. Like
Yeah.
you see like it could be like the Rolls Royce or
Yeah.
your old Russian ones that are
Yeah.
not quite a limousine, but
Yeah, they're
not
so
quite
weird.
a car.
Yeah. With all these crazy quirks and features, to quote Doug DeMuro, if you're a fan.
But
You
going
know.
on with that, so when you have to move musical equipment, being that you drive, now you can probably fit since yours is a hatch. But what if do you have a like quote unquote band vehicle, or do you have like a trailer? Like how would you like? Let's say in a pinch, you gotta go. You gotta get a drum set, guitar, bass, everything like that. So you all travel together. Do you have a plan for that? Or you just rent something?
You know, we've never really come across that problem. We all just kind of show up to the gig in our own cars. We don't really do a carpool thing or a big trailer.
And granted, you
Yeah.
usually don't use too much big of a kit though, right?
Oh yeah, super small kit. Just bass, snare, 13, 16, hi-hats, ride, crash. Basically just the Ringo setup.
Yeah, I need multiple drums. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole metal, like no, I need like at least 4 toms,
Yeah.
and then double bass.
Yep.
As many cymbals or crashes
Yep.
as possible.
Yep.
One hi hat. That's all you get.
Yeah.
And then one loud ass ride.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
But it's all toms, big old fills and whatnot.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the huge fills, or what's your
Oh
favorite
yeah.
kind of?
Oh yeah, I love them. Oh, I love them.
It's like do you know, basically
Yeah.
Phil Collins or any
Yeah,
of
they're
the big
great.
ones.
They're great. If you know, if I could, I would, you know, I wouldn't mind owning something where I can just roll down the toms. Get like actually a friend of mine, who's also super into vintage Ludwigs. He picked up a set of Butcher Block concert toms. So it's like an 8 and a 10 or 6 and an 8. I don't remember.
Like those little, almost looks like it's on a xylophone.
Little drums, no bottom heads, and they just sound so cool, man. You know, and just rolling down the kit. I haven't done that in years, man, because I used to have like a really big kit. I used to have like 8,
a Neil
10,
Peart
12.
kit?
Yeah, Neil Peart, dude. I was just obsessed. I was just obsessed with Neil Peart, and I was just trying to recreate his kit, man. I played a Ludwig accent, and it was like 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Double kick drum pedal, you know, snare drum. Then I set up another snare drum over here. I had a piccolo, and like all these cymbals, all these splashes and chinas and stuff like that. And yeah, just rolling down the kit, man. So fun. It's so fun.
Is there such thing as too much reverb? Drums.
Yes and no.
Yeah, because like there's times, man, those fills,
Yeah.
just heavy, wet
Yeah.
drum fill. It's
Yeah.
It just goes through everything.
It's awesome.
I wish if I had sound effects queued, I would do that right now and just straight do. It's good stuff. So when it comes to modern music wise too, are you a fan of like trigger drums? Because like you as I've been talking with another coworker, Jake.
Yeah.
Most people work with are musical. For
Yep.
the most sense.
Yep.
Kind of going on with that. You can literally program the whole drums, and there's exactly what we talked about. It's so good now
Yeah.
that you have a hard time telling. Now, if you sat down and like listened to, let's say you had 2 recordings of whatever artist,
Yeah.
do you think you'd be able to instantly pick it out, or you got to really kind of listen to it? Let's say they've got the best kind of.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it depends. There's a lot of factors and variables that go into it. I might be able to, you know, on the spot, maybe.
Because usually I can tell if it's a triggered kick. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
well,
hits
that.
too hard, especially in metal. Metal,
Yeah,
they do that all the time.
Yeah.
But like in jazz or like something really, really open, like if you do like a
Yeah.
trio.
Yeah.
But I really do think you could trigger all that
Yeah.
and program it. Because like one of the new stuff, and I'll kind of show what I was messing with. It's the new intro for here. It's
Oh.
I haven't showed you that yet. But that's just pads.
Yep.
And me going tuk, 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 tuk,
Yep.
and then just kind of making it sound
Yep.
real. And I was like, wow,
It's awesome.
it's pretty cool.
It's insane how far it's come. I'm a fan of, like, if you're gonna do like triggers and sample and stuff, like doing like a blend.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good sounding drum set. If you don't have a good sounding drum set, trigger away. You know, if you're 14 and you know you don't have thousands of dollars to invest in equipment, sample those drums, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You can make your record sound so much better. But I like the sound of my kit a lot, and I like the way it can sound so drastically different depending on the room. Different mic setups you can do. things like that. So
Could be
personally,
temperature.
yeah,
I mean, temperature of the
everything,
room
yeah,
itself.
humidity, temperature, barometric pressure, the whole thing, you know. Like
Wow, the weather.
yeah, live at the Doppler.
Oh, speaking, I
Yeah.
purposely left my. You can't see it, but the thermostat. It's got indoor and outdoor. It's old school.
Oh, hell
This
yeah.
house is that we're in is super old.
Yeah, cool.
But I've got that.
I like
So
old
like
houses.
kind of going with like the old technology stuff.
Right.
With that, do you like? How do you tune your drums? Do you like the? Do you like doo and then kind of go through, or do you use like? I don't know. I can know when a drum's out of tune
Yeah,
because I can hit it and I can just tighten shit.
yeah.
But the drum that I used to work with, we got a drum dial.
Yep, those are cool. I used to use one of those.
And how does that work? Because I explained it to me and I don't. I'm like it has to do with what tension, right?
Yeah, you pretty much like it's just like this weight with like a scale on it basically, and you just tune each lug to a specific number. So that way it just ensures that the head has even tension, right? Perfectly even tension.
So it doesn't give you that weird rumble when you hit it.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Every
You
time
don't get
hit
that that like papery vibe. You know, like when you tune in low, like sometimes it can just sound like a piece of paper just shaking. You know, but yeah, it just makes sure that each lug is tuned to the exact same pitch. You know, because that's the idea. That's all you need to do. What I like to do, a couple different ways. Sometimes I'll like tap the side of the shell when there aren't any heads on it. When you do that, it creates a pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the natural pitch of the drum. Tune the top head to that, and the bottom head can, you know, I either do either a little lower or a little higher than the top pitch. When you tune it lower, it gives like this decay as the sound travels through the drum, like a boom. You know, Bonham did that a lot. Ringo did that a lot. Create like this huge, like fat, wet kind of sound. But yeah, I generally tune mine low. You know, with a 13 and a 16, you know, there's not really a lot of space between them in a scale. So they're usually tuned to like either like a third or a fifth between each other. And then I'll tune the bass drum pretty much to where it sounds good and fits in the chord. So sometimes it'll be like the root, sometimes it's the third, and then the snare drum is usually like the fifth.
So do you have like a standard that you like playing in for like? What was that? We did when we really got serious, when I was doing a lot of drop C stuff.
Yeah.
The metal and whatnot. We purposely tuned within C.
Yeah.
It's that way when it hits, there's a reason to it.
Right.
Kind of idea. Or yeah, kind of go on along those routes. Do you like to tune to the band itself, or just kind of have just a overall tuning that you appreciate?
Yeah. If the drum set sounds good, I'm cool with it. I don't really tune to like a key or anything. Because, I mean, we play in all different keys.
It's kind of hard to do that, too. So
yeah. I mean, C and G are usually like good ones to tune to, or, you know, E, I guess, is fine as well. But, you know, just kind of, you know, just like a note that sounds good anywhere, you know. But, like, if your drum set's tuned in C and you're playing a tune in C sharp,
yeah, it's going to be...
sounds weird.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit owie.
Yeah.
To the ears.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that was like one thing that we've had other people go back and forth with us on like drum tuning, drum sound, being that I do at the time, mostly metal and whatnot. I liked a heavy padded drum,
Yeah.
but booming. So you had a really hard attack, and went boom, but died.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of like that? Because like the stylistic wise, you kind of play as almost like a classical, which they didn't really have much muting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you like that quick decay, or do you like more of like that, almost like a boom, where it kind of sits over like almost like a floppy?
Yeah. I mean, I just want the drums to sing. I want it to sound good. You know, they all have, you know, each drum has a unique voice. So, whatever helps the drum sound best, basically, is where I try to tune to. I generally, you know, have like some, you know, similar to like a Ringo sound. I love Ringo Starr. I love his drumming. I love his playing. I love his sound, his tone. So good. So, and I play like the same kit. Like, it's a 65 Ludwig. That's the exact same kit that Ringo played. So it's kind of hard to not sound like Ringo when you tune in that thing up. So yeah, I mean, mostly it's just like a fat, wet kind of tone. Just, you know, kind of thuddy. Sometimes it's nice having the 13 tuned up a little higher. Mm-hmm. And the 16 like pretty low and beefy. So, you know, it depends. It depends. Sometimes I'll, you know, tune on the fly, like in between a tune or something like that. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to crank this up, or, you know, tune the snare drum down. Big fat snare drums are the most important thing when you're a drummer and you're playing a show. It's insane how huge of an impact it has on just how your band sounds.
Snare wise,
yeah.
I've had it before. We don't mic it, but
yeah.
Do you believe you mic a piccolo snare like live, or you don't mic a piccolo?
Oh, always mic it.
We've never the way that Kenny played. We never had to mic his snare. Yeah, it was so loud. Yeah, we told the guy, he's like, I'm gonna mic. I'm like, don't mic it. Like, what? Don't mic it. And then they mic'd it, and he went, dude, he's like, oh. I was like, turn it down, dude.
Yep. Yeah, lately we've been doing like a super low stage volume, and then just having it all in the mix, you know, so everything is mic'd, and we just kind of create, you know, a culinary dish of sounds. You know, you can't have too much salt and pepper, just tastes salty. So, you know, having like a nice blend of everything is important, and having a lower stage volume is I think the easiest way to do that. Like my guitar player's playing out of Princeton now, which is nice. Super, you know, it's 110, 15 watts I think his is, and then the other guy's out of a Vibrolux, and then we have a Fender Rumble 40 for the bass. So like everything is small, compact, not super loud. We used to just play super loud all the time. We didn't mic anything. We just played as loud as we could. It was awesome, super rock and roll. But we just sound like shit. So it just easier
and then you
to
learn,
do it this
right?
way. Yeah.
Yeah. The farther you go, you learn. Yeah, we can't just play at 1,000 volumes. Yeah. Especially I'm gonna play in a hall. Yeah. A church hall where everything's vibrating and echoing.
Like when I'm playing a bar, I still want people to be able to talk to each other. You know, not just listen to, you know, my band play the Raconteurs songs like
I haven't
really
heard
loud.
them in a long time.
The Raconteurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you say the name?
The Raconteurs. That's how I pronounce it.
I would go
Raconteurs.
Raccoon Tears.
Raccoon Tears.
That was a Jack White's, right? Yeah, when I saw him in the little go-kart thing, I was like, is that Jack White? Yeah. And then, I found out that way.
Did you see that Jack Black and Jack White wrote a song together?
The Jack Gray?
Jack Gray.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's amazing.
I'm excited for him to get back into music again and whatnot.
Jack Black?
Jack Black, yeah. Because he's like,
Tenacious D's doing a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
They're playing a lot of shows.
I like the doom. Hopefully I can catch him out here. The main show I'm looking forward to is Rammstein's coming back October 2nd to Chicagoland area, and I want to see them. They're like, they're terrible. I'm like, I don't care if they're good or bad. It's Rammstein. Yeah. So I just want to see them and whatnot.
It's going to be super loud, insane, not understand a word they're saying.
Yeah, but it's just a cool show with fire and everything else like that. Yeah. But outside of that, any other last things you wanna kind of say right now? Definitely probably have you back again because it goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. How long are we in?
We're at like a hour right now.
Hour. Wow.
I got some other stuff I have to do. Yeah, and it's quick. We can go on. That's why I like this stuff.
Yeah, cool.
I don't put a time limit necessarily. But this time, most of them try to keep everything around an hour now. Yeah. But if there's as we go through and you want to hear more chatting, please comment. Yeah. Let me know, and I'll extend them more, and we'll have more people on and whatnot. But no, I'll definitely have you on again and whatnot. But is there anything else you want to promote wise? I should be able to get your show on. Well, I'm sitting on one podcast right now. I'm having issues with some of the video. Okay. Yeah. But outside of that, whatnot, anything else you would like to promote? Any social media stuff to follow? Or anything like that? Do the socials? Yeah, Apes have a Facebook page. You can go and like that. We have an Instagram page. Facebook.apes? I think it's Apes Rock. Apes Rock, one word? Facebook, yeah, Apes Rock. Right. I'll make sure to get that and put that in the description. Yep, we have an Instagram. That one's called Naked Apes. At Naked Apes. Follow us there. We used to be called Naked Apes. We changed it to just Apes. So now we're just Apes. We have a show at Duffy's. Come on out. Get some wings, drink some old style, watch my band, 9 to 1, Friday, February 7th. February
pretty much
7th. All right. Well, yeah. Once again, thanks for if you made it this far. Hopefully the video is stuck through. I am working on getting that a perfect setup. Yeah. Once again, thanks. Follow us. Don't have to like us, but be sure to subscribe and send out them sweet loves or hates or comment on things I'm doing wrong or hate us rambling or hate any segment in this. But it's good. Hate is good. So is like. Yeah. Once again, though, I'm here with Brendan Dempsey, drummer extraordinaire.
Yes.
But no, outside again, yeah. Thanks again for coming by. So
Absolutely, yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, we'll do it again, and hopefully some bigger groups and whatnot.
Yeah, I think like a round table would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I want to do that, and I would like to have genres talking shit about other genres. So if we can get like indie, whatever, rock, metal, jazz, rap, and then just talk shit about why you think your music's better for an hour, and I think that'd be interesting. I just like that. That
would get ferocious.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah,
and of course drinking involved.
Yeah.
But all right, well, thanks again. Thanks for staying by, and we'll see you next time.
Totally.